Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Pundit says Arsenal has no problem selling Tierney at the right price. Amidst interest from Manchester City, Noel Whelan believes Arsenal will sell Kieran Tierney for the right price. The left back remains one of the finest players in his position in the Premier League. However, he's injury prone and that has forced Arsenal to sign Nuno Tavares and Alexander Zinchenko in the last two summer transfer windows. Zinchenko is now the club's first choice, while Tavares is on loan at Olympique Marseille. Some reports claim Manchester City is interested in the former Celtic man, but some Arsenal fans will feel he's a player their team cannot sell. However, Whelan doesn't agree with that and says the Gunners will cash in on him for the right price. I don't think there'd be any harm if Arsenal were to sell him, Whelan told Football Insider. They have made it abundantly clear that Zinchenko is their first choice, hence why he started against Palace with Tierney on the bench, adding, if they can get the right price from City, then I guess it's a no-brainer. They can set the price at whatever they want, and it's a price we might not get for him next season. Tierney is one of the best players in our squad, but the left back is injury prone and that might cost him his place on our team in the long term. Zinchenko is a very good signing and he has a good fitness record, which means he will be fit to play lots of games for us this season. If Tierney keeps struggling and Tavares does well on loan, he could replace the left back on his return next season. Alexander Zinchenko loads unbelievable Arsenal squad. Arsenal new signing Alexander Zinchenko never doubted that he was joining a quality squad. The Ukrainian traded Manchester City for the Gunners this summer in search of regular first team football. Zinchenko, who has impressed at left back for Arsenal in their opening Premier League games of this season, still believes there are areas where the Gunners can improve. It's just the beginning of the season, and I think we need to analyze. Still, we conceded 2 goals, and from a defensive line that is a lot. That is why we need to keep going. But I'm so happy for the team and the club. While he only signed for the club 3 weeks ago, the Ukraine international has seamlessly integrated himself into Arteta's system, operating as a left back with a remit to tuck inside. We have an unbelievable squad, he added. Everyone is working hard every day and everyone deserves to play. We are an unbelievable team. I'm trying to do my best and do what the manager has asked me to do. We are trying to keep the ball better. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Zinchenko completed more passes in the final third than anyone else on the pitch on Saturday, as he combined down the left flank with Granit, Xhaka and Gabriel Martinelli to good effect. The trio's fleet-footed play was complemented by Gabriel Jesus, who had a home debut to remember thanks to 2 goals and 2 assists. I never had any doubts about him because he is a world-class player in terms of his numbers, said Zinchenko on Gabriel Jesus. You can see it as well in how he works along with his attitude every day in training. He is an example to others. He's still young. Everyone needs to improve some things. He needs to work on a couple of things like everyone, but the rest is unbelievable. He was good during all the years I have spent with him. He is an incredible player, always hungry for goals, which is the best quality as a striker. He doesn't stop at all, and I'm so happy for him. He is the guy who's always happy for the team. The team is always first, and the club is always in front of any individual thing. The most important thing was 3 points. That's so important, we need to be as a team. Granit Xhaka on the All or Nothing documentary effect on the team. Arsenal ace Granit Xhaka has revealed the Amazon All or Nothing documentary has brought the squad closer and built a stronger bond with fans. Xhaka told TalkSport, I think we are looking very happy, all of us, not because of the result, but the atmosphere. The spirit is very good between the players, between the staff, but this is still the second game in the Premier League. We have a lot to improve and we are looking game by game and day by day, and let's see in the future what happens. I don't know if it's because of the Amazon as well, what we did and seeing much more behind the scenes and not only on the pitch. I think last season the atmosphere was very good as well, and this is what Mikel Arteta tried to connect much more because it was not always like this. Arteta absolutely loves one of his new signings. His attitude has been exemplary since arriving. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is loving his new signing Gabriel Jesus, with the Athletic claiming his attitude has been exemplary since arriving. Jesus arrived in the summer as one of Arteta's key signings, and the Brazilian has made a fine start to life as a gunner as he scored his first goals of the season against Leicester this weekend. Of course, one of the big lures for signing Jesus was the fact he'd be coming from a winning environment at Manchester City. Jesus had played a key role with City, but in the end wanted to be a regular starter in attack, and that's what he's getting at Arsenal. And according to The Athletic, such has been Jesus' impact at the club that Arteta has already shunted him to the top of the squad pecking order and put the Brazilian in his leadership group. Along with the likes of Granit, Xhaka and Martin Odegaard, Jesus is said to be seen as one of the top dogs in the dressing room. His attitude, as mentioned above, has been described as being exemplary, and it's obvious his performances on the pitch are something to pay attention to as well. This is not surprising to hear at all. Gabriel Jesus was always going to be the standout signing for Arsenal this season, and it's proving that way already. The Brazilian oozes class, and now playing up front and regularly, the goals will flow after this weekend's lethal display against Leicester. For Mikel Arteta, this is exactly why he signed Jesus. Goals are big, obviously, but it's clear his personality is shining through, and in a squad chasing trophies, that is often just as key as anything else. Juventus now really want to sell Arsenal target Arthur Melo. Arsenal have been linked with a move for Juventus midfielder Arthur Melo in recent months, and Fabrizio Romano reports that the Italian club really want to sell the player. Reports suggested last month that the Gunners were about to make a bid for the incredible Arthur, and now it seems that Juve are actively trying to sell the 26-year-old. Arsenal have been busy bolstering Mikel Arteta's squad this summer, but are yet to add a deeper central midfielder to his side. Despite links to Leicester City's Yuri Tielemans, the Gunners have added Alexander Zinchenko from Manchester City, and the Ukrainian can play in centre midfield. Arteta has also signed Fabio Vieira from FC Porto, but the 22-year-old mainly plays in an attacking midfield role, so the Spaniard may be keen to add another central midfielder before the window shuts, and Arthur could be a decent opportunity for the North London club. Fabrizio Romano reports that Juventus are actively trying to sell both Adrian Rabiot and Arthur Melo this summer. Juventus manager Allegri has said, as reported by Romano, "We are not including Arthur Melo in the squad as there are transfer rumors about his future. He's also not 100% fit." Valencia was seen as a possible destination for Arthur, but there is no agreement between Juve and the La Liga side yet. The Brazilian has struggled since making the switch from Barcelona, but is clearly a talented player, and Arteta may want to add more options to his midfield after struggling slightly when Thomas Partey was ruled out last season. The Gunners' boss has started Partey and Granit Xhaka in Arsenal's first two games of the season, but Arthur would add depth and competition to the Spaniards' midfield. Arsenal have got off to a brilliant start in the Premier League this season with wins over Crystal Palace and Leicester. Arteta will be keen to bolster his squad even further before the window shuts to enable his side to compete over the course of the season. Pundit reckons Arsenal target has stagnated a little bit and might not improve them. Sky Sport journalist Michael Bridge believes Yuri Tielemans has not been developing amidst interest from Arsenal. The midfielder has been linked with a move to the Emirates in this transfer window, and there are at least 2 more weeks before it closes. Arsenal added Fabio Vieira to their midfield in this transfer window, and Albert Sambi Lokonga has not been getting enough playing chances. These two are youngsters, and Tielemans certainly has more experience than they do, especially in English football. Reports continue to link him with a move to the Emirates, but Bridge doubts if he can deliver at Arsenal. He tells Give Me Sport, well, again, like Madison, he either signs a new contract or he goes. But that one's come back and forth quite a lot over the summer, so again, it's a bit of a wait and see. But how much does he improve Arsenal? I don't know. He's sort of stagnated a little bit, but it's clear that Arsenal are looking for a bit more. Many clubs want Tielemans for a reason, and we would be smart to add him to our squad. However, we have reached a stage when we can fully trust Mikel Arteta. If the gaffer believes the midfielder suits his style of play, we can sign him. Otherwise, we need to move on to other targets. Manchester United and Arsenal eye Brighton and Hove Albion star Moises Caicedo. Manchester United, Arsenal and West Ham are all keeping tabs on Brighton star Moises Caicedo. Alongside the trio, the Mirror say there is interest from abroad with Juventus, Atletico Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen all monitoring his continued progress. The midfielder has been hugely impressive for the Seagulls since breaking into the side at the end of last season. An Ecuador international, Caicedo spent the first half of the 21-22 campaign on loan at Beerschot in Belgium before returning to the Amex and starting his parent club's final 8 games. Graham Potter's man ended strongly, winning at both Arsenal and Tottenham during that spell, as well as thrashing United 4-0 at home. As a result, the youngster kept his place in the side for this season's victory at Old Trafford and Saturday's draw at home to Newcastle. Having signed him for only £4.5 million 18 months ago, Brighton would make a healthy profit if they did sanction a sale, but that seems highly unlikely given Yves Bissouma and Marco Correa have both departed for a combined £87 million this window, leaving the Seagulls with no need to sell. And speaking last week, Boss Potter emphasized the need to keep the pressure of the youngster. He said, "He's not that old and is still adapting and learning but has great qualities. He is fantastic, he really is. I think for young players, they just need to play more games and not have too much pressure put on them too. But we enjoy working with him." Arsenal transfer target Yeremy Pino given €50 million asking price. Arsenal would have to pay around €50 million for the transfer of Villarreal star Yeremy Pino, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Gunners are not explicitly mentioned by Romano as being one of the clubs in for Pochettino at the moment, but they have recently been strongly linked with the highly rated young Spaniard by AS. Writing in his exclusive column for Couch Offside today, Romano provides some further insight into Pino's situation, saying that Premier League clubs have been tracking him and that it won't be easy to negotiate a deal with Villarreal. Many clubs have been following Yeremy Pino for months. He is a top player of the future that at least 3 Premier League clubs have been monitoring for some time, Romano said. No proposal have been made yet to Villarreal, who would like more than €50 million for their young star. It will not be an easy negotiation. As for the rumors about Arsenal, Edu was not travelling to Spain to meet Villarreal, also because Pino's agents are based in the UK. It seems that Arsenal fans may be getting a little carried away by the recent Pino links and Edu's trip to Spain, but it seems worth keeping an eye on this big talent in the weeks and months ahead. As Romano says, the 19-year-old looks a big prospect for the future, and top clubs are clearly keeping tabs on him. Arsenal would surely do well to solidify their interest in the teenager, who could be ideal to replace the struggling Nicolas Pepe in Mikel Arteta's attack. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.